Hello everyone. So for my collaboration tool review, I will be reviewing Canva, which is personally one of my absolute favorite platforms to use when making projects, when working at my job, as I am a preschool teacher and I love to design things, and even in daily life, like whatever I can use it for. It is truly something I love to use. I actually have a premium account, so I definitely highly recommend it. It is a great collaboration tool for teachers and for students that allow it just to easily work together and collaborate on different digital creations like presentations, posters, videos, infographics, worksheets, and so much more. Like, there are so many different things that you could create and come up with using Canva, and there's so many options with templates or things that you can create from scratch. And they even have Canva AI that helps you develop different templates if based on your ideas, if you couldn't find what you were looking for in the templates. Although they have a very big selection, there's also that option. So I think it's a great tool that encourages communication, creativity, and most importantly teamwork, as that is the point of this review. So I will give an example by showing a project that I worked on in last semester in one of my classes with two other people. So in this one, we basically, each of us had to contribute to the project by doing 5 to 10 slides, each of us on the same subject, and have it all be cohesive. So we picked a theme and we added our own designs on it, and each of us did our different slides. So someone did these, someone else did these, and then I did these last ones, and we presented it in class together. So a great part about it that I love is also the fact that you can add comments to any of the slides, and anybody who's collaborating it can do so. Just clicking this button, you can add a comment, and it could be just like, adding everyone's name on the title page. Or if you notice, what happens, maybe you notice like an error in the grammar, you can remind that person, being like, oh hey, like I noticed that this was off, or maybe you're missing some commas here, like things like that, just to help each other out. And the person can also reply to that comment in the same little thread, and you would get a notification of this. I think is really great feature. You can also, have a feature of asking Canva, the Canva AI, and if necessary, if you need to do a voiceover or put in like yourself, like recorded a video, it has all of these features where you can add that stuff in easily. Here's like the toolbar on the side for if you wanted to add a different kind of design or a template, any kind of elements. It has so many different options. I'm always going to like the graphics to be able to like add like little designs, and it kind of goes based off of like what you already have here. It'll have a section and it'll show you stuff that's similar to kind of keep that same theme, which I also think is just like a really cool feature. Of course, the text with all kinds of different fonts and effects that you can add to your text. If you have a certain brand or something, there's, this feature here. Canva AI as well. Uploads, any uploads from your own computer. The extra editing tools here that we have. And then it also access to your current projects in case you need to review something else. And any external apps, Magic Media, if you want to eliminate the background. Any of these things are all right here on the side that you can easily access it. If you need to resize it, file it, look at the editing, it's all very easy, and in my opinion, just like super like great interface that's easy to understand. So we'll go back to the home page, and we'll also find that they have a wide variety of templates, which I love to look at the different templates. There's just so many different things, and I wanted to show how I was working on this project, this one here, that I did a missionary trip, and I basically my professor asked me to create a project that showed off the missionary trip since I was working with young children. So I got a template that looked like it was this one. It was like beach themed and all of this, and I used it to create what you just saw, which was this one. And I changed the background and I added different stuff to it, and I put my own spin on it so that it would work for what I was doing. I changed the font as well, and then here you can see there's a little comment here because I was asking Canva on how to make a background because I couldn't figure it out, and Canva helped me out And so I think that was a really great feature. So that's a great example of how it's even helpful in those senses. So in today's classroom, right, teachers can use Canva for group projects, digital storytelling, classroom newsletters, science projects, book reports, and any possible other activity you could think of. Students can divide responsibilities by working on different slides or sections, like this project that I showed you is exactly what we did. And I think it's a really great tool to allow students to really just lean into their creativity, into their teamwork skills, their communication skills, because it's always important to be on the same page when working on a project together. And teachers can easily adapt these projects for different grade levels and subjects, for different areas, depending on what it is that they're teaching. Students can communicate with each other using text, images, videos, graphics, audio. And however, though, Canva does have some limitations, as we know students, sometimes they need reliable internet access, which is not always accessible to everybody, and devices to be able to use the app to collaborate effectively. This isn't only an app that can be used on your computer. You could also download it on your phone, on your iPad, and any other device that is available to you. Because Canva offers so many templates and graphics, students could also become distracted by the designing process. As much as it is easy, it could also be perhaps overwhelming to some because there's so many options, which could take away from the learning objective. So definitely teachers need to establish a clear expectation and provide structure to make sure students stay focused on the task at hand. So Canva supports meaningful collaboration because students are creating together rather than simply just completing whatever task. They can share ideas, they can provide each other with the feedbacks using the comment feature, and they can solve problems and make decisions as a team. So these experiences develop communication skills and encourage students to respect different perspectives, different ideas, different creativity skills. And I think this also connects well with the ISTE Global Collaborator Standards. Canva allows students to collaborate with classmates and even work with students from other schools or countries on shared projects. By working together digitally, students learn to communicate respectfully, appreciate different viewpoints, and develop skills that they will be able to use in college and in future life when they're working. Especially for students who might aspire to be an educator one day, this is a fantastic tool to learn to use early on. As a preschool teacher, I definitely use Canva to create presentations and posters for the parents, newsletter, birthday posters. I actually have some that you could probably see at the bottom. I have like a calendar that I've made for Teacher Appreciation Week, and my student cubby labels and labels for the classroom. I've used Canva to create all of it so that it could be more on theme with what I have. So it is definitely a tool that I use. And I believe students can use as well. For older elementary students, Canva could be used for research projects, digital storytelling, and of course, collaborative presentations. I would assign clear roles so that every student participates and provides support for students who need additional guidance. I would make sure that that is available to them. Overall, I believe Canva for education is an excellent collaboration tool because it encourages creativity, constant communication, team building skills, and active participation. When used intentionally, it helps students build the collaboration and digital communication skills that are essential for the success in the 21st century. So thank you for listening to my project, and I hope if you've never used Canva before or you don't use it as often, this encourages you as a teacher and as a student to use it more often and to explore its many, many tools.